Hello, and welcome to another Crack-a-Pack. Today, I'm pleased to share with you my very first Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth draft booster. This is also the first video that I'm recording in my new space, so you may notice that it sounds different from my previous videos. Overall, I'm very happy to be here and really excited to put my new space to use. Before we dive into opening the pack, we actually have a box topper to explore. So we have Paths of the Dead, which is a reprint of Cavern of Souls. Land, Mythic Rare. As Paths of the Dead enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Tap, add colorless. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type, and that spell can't be countered. Very nice. Alright, so let's get into our draft booster. As always, I will be going through and reading every single card in the pack, and then making a draft pack 1 pick 1. Although admittedly, I really don't know much about this set yet. This is being recorded on pre-release weekend, but honestly, I just moved to a new state and brand new area to me, so I'm still very much in unpacking mode and trying to get a lot of stuff done. And yeah, unfortunately I haven't really had a chance to look through the spoiler too much or watch streamers play the set or anything, so I'm going in pretty blind right now. So please bear with me if I really mess something up, but yeah, I'm really excited to take a look at the new cards and experience them with you now. Alright, well, I'm absolutely going to butcher the pronunciation on some of these. Dunland Crebain. 2 black for a 1/1 creature, bird horror, common. Flying. When Dunland Crebain enters the battlefield, amass orcs 2. Isolation, add or think. 3 blue for an instant, common. Put target creature into its owner's library, second from the top. they took me and set me on the pinnacle of Orthanc. I stood alone on an island in the clouds. I had no chance of escape, and my days were bitter and cold. Gandalf. Bombadil's Song. 1 green for an instant, common. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until end of turn. The ring tempts you. Hey dole, merry dole, ring-a-dong dillo. Ring-a-dong, hop-along, fall all the willow. Tom Bomb, Jolly Tom, Tom Bombadillo. Easterling Vanguard. 1 black for a 2/1. Creature, human warrior, common. When Easterling Vanguard dies, amass orcs 1. An army of Easterlings charged forth, while from the hills poured orcs innumerable. Shire Scarecrow. 2 for a 0/3. Artifact creature, Scarecrow, common. Defender. 1. Add 1 mana of any color. Activate only once each turn. How bright your garden looks, Gandalf. Nimble Hobbit. 1 white for a 1/3. Creature, halfling peasant, common. Whenever Nimble Hobbit attacks, you may sacrifice a food or pay 2 white. When you do, tap target creature an opponent controls. The ruffian knew too little of hobbits to understand his peril. Foolishly, he decided to fight. Birthday Escape. Blue for a sorcery, common. Draw a card. The ring tempts you. As Bilbo finished his speech, he slipped the ring on his finger, and he was never seen by any hobbit in Hobbiton again. Erebor Flamesmith. 1 red for a 2/1. Creature, Dwarf Advisor, common. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Erebor Flamesmith deals 1 damage to each opponent. We make good armor and keen swords, but we cannot again make mail or blade to match those that our fathers made before the dragon came. Glóin. Gimli's Axe. 2 red for an artifact, equipment, uncommon. Equipped creature gets +3/+0. As long as equipped creature is legendary, it has menace. Equip 2. Lorien Revealed. 3 blue for a sorcery, common. Draw 3 cards. Island cycling 1. Look on us now with friendly eyes. Behold the trees of the Nath of Lorien, and be glad. Haldir. Shortcut to mushrooms. 1 green for an enchantment, uncommon. When Shortcut to Mushrooms enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Oath of the Grey Host. 3 black for an enchantment, saga, uncommon. Chapter 1. You and target opponent each create a food token. Chapter 2. Each opponent loses 3 life. Create a treasure token. Chapter 3. Create 3 tapped 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying. Peregrine Took. 2 green for a 2/3 legendary creature, halfling citizen, uncommon. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional food token are created instead. Sacrifice 3 foods. Draw a card. Sam, get breakfast ready for 9:30. Shadow of the Enemy. 3 black for a sorcery, mythic rare. Exile all creature cards from target player's graveyard. You may cast spells from among those cards for as long as they remain exiled, and mana of any type can be spent to cast them. As Frodo put on the ring, Sauron was suddenly aware of the magnitude of his own folly. His wrath blazed in consuming flame, but his fear rose like black smoke. We have a forest, and a food token. All right. So here is our pack. I'm certainly intrigued by the rare, but in limited, I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I definitely think it's useful very late in the game to get back all of your creatures or steal your opponent's creatures from the graveyard. I think if there's a mill theme in this set, then this could be a really great payoff. But just taking a look at what else is in the pack, I think all of the blue cards look pretty good, especially Birthday Escape. I like all of our uncommons as well. I wish we could take Peregrine and Oath of the Grey Host. Kind of seems like these both go into token decks or food theme. Honestly, I'm kind of finding myself going back to Birthday Escape. I know it's just a common, but drawing a card for a single mana seems really good. Plus, you get tempted, so yeah, I don't know. Shadow of the Enemy definitely seems good, but very much a build around, and I just don't know how much support there is. I really like Peregrine Took as well, because if you can be reliably generating tokens, then you can also be drawing a lot of cards, or at the very least have access to a lot of life gain so that you can keep yourself afloat. I think I'm gonna take Birthday Escape though, but definitely let me know which card you would take from this pack. Go ahead and leave a comment so that we can talk about it. But in the meantime, I will go ahead and make my pick, shuffle up the remaining cards, and lay them out. And there we have it. Thank you so much for joining me today for my very first Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth Crack-a-Pack. I really appreciate your support, and I hope you enjoyed opening up a pack with me. Of course, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I put out new Crack-a-Packs every Monday, and a rotating variety of different Magic the Gathering ASMR videos on Fridays. If you played in a pre-release over the weekend, I hope you had so much fun. I would love to hear about your deck, or some of the matches that you played, or even just tell me about the cool cards that you opened. I'm always happy to talk with you. But, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.